But does he mean it? If he's playing a fib, guys, let me know in the chat right now. If we're currently not live, let me know in the chat right now, okay? Cool. I
Sure.
expect all of you to go out there and tell me if we're not live. I better say it, Stuart. I better say it. You know how I get when the live people don't tell me we're live.
Indeed, indeed.
Hey, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You picked a theme for today, didn't you?
There we go.
Didn't you?
All right. We're live. Trust me. You can believe me.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Stuart?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
I said, what are we doing today, Stuart? You picked a theme, apparently.
Well, this week's episode of our review is TOS and it's Galileo 7, so we're gonna do shuttles today. You guys are going to pick and rank shuttles.
I like a shuttle. This is a good
Mhm.
plan.
It is a good plan. I'm happy to be part of it.
We're happy you thought of it.
Yes.
And it is a you guys pick, so we are the what's it called? The vessel to have your
Yes.
thoughts be heard. There are many shuttles and treks. Now, even though the thumbnail's all Starfleet, it's fine to put non-Starfleet. We want to get a lot of variety here, guys. 2 for 1, of course. I'm going to start showing, though, so we'll see you in a mo.
All right, so you do that. That's giving me a chance to tell you guys to hit that like button. Make sure that you help us out any way you can, super chatting or PayPaling in. It's greatly appreciated. As you guys know, you pick the shuttles. You also get to vote on them because you get to rank them. So this is really a you guys live as usual. And we look forward to hearing what you guys come up with. I'm having a little bit of trouble with the live chat, just so you guys know. So I apologize, but hit like, subscribe, do all the things you need to do. Make sure you click the notification bell icon to all. Check out the links in the description of every video. There are links to the Teespring and the TeePublic store. And yeah, do all the things you need to do. You guys know the routine already. And if you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Also, I'm just having a lot of issues here with my connection, and I don't know why. So hopefully you guys can hear me and see me all right. And yeah, it should be good. There's a lot of cool shuttles to look at, and I'm excited to take a look at them to see what is what and who is who. There we go. There's the chat. Good. Now it's working. Excellent. All right. So yeah, hopefully we have a good time doing this, and can't wait to hear what you guys come up with. And it's not just Federation shuttles. This can be anything. This can be alien shuttles, just auxiliary ships in general. So it can be like runabouts. It can be, captain's yachts, things like that. So we got from Olivia already, which is awesome. So we will get into that. I gotta open up the PayPal, see if we got any on there. But yes.
It's me, Samio.
Holy shit.
Excellent.
He's back. We do have
Hello.
some PayPals as well, so that's awesome.
Okay, good stuff. But did you read the poll, Stuart? Or did you read the poll?
I did not read the poll, no. Is the best overall shuttle the Type 6 from TNG, the Type 9 from Voyager, the TOS shuttle, or Strange New World shuttle? Go vote.
What do
Indeed,
people
indeed.
think? All right, I'm going to put the new ones on the right, Stuart, as I see them.
Okay.
All right, where are we heading for in this pantheon of Star Trek goodness? And again, alien shuttles, absolutely fine.
As are auxiliary craft, such as captain shots and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, in the shuttle extended family.
Yeah. So first off, we have Olivia with $5, and she says Alice.
Fun curveball right from the start. But again, there you go. So 16 votes in the poll. There she is. So that's still pretty good. That's good. The winner by a good margin is a TNG Type 6 shuttle with 57%, and 35% is the Voyager Type 9, 12% TOS, and 6% Strange New Worlds. So TNG wins. Iconic, eh?
Yep, indeed.
And this is, of course, a general score. We're not asking for, how fast is she compared to the rest of the fleet? Your personal liking of the class, of the ship, of the design. Gut reaction, right? Gut reaction.
Yeah, lots of variables for this one. So Alice, an advanced alien shuttle design with a name. I mean, naming shuttles is important, right? So, don't remember everything else it's capable of. I have to revisit that episode at some point. But I mean, it's a cool design, and it's repurposed. It's definitely been a shuttle before. They just add things to it. It's a unique color palette as well, so it gets bonus points for that, I guess. I don't know, but you guys are the ones that choose. You guys got to vote in the poll on this one. What do you think about Alice for this one? Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, overall, solid choice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, probably the most powerful shuttle in this list for a long old time, because, yeah, she is.
It's good it's not a head-to-head then, because this one would be on top the whole time.
That Alice likes to be. Wah, wah. Yeah, and there's not many times I'd say a bright teal paint scheme works, but I like the episode, I like the vibe, this works. I am a fan. The fact it's a full physical prop is always nice. Not many of these are full physical props when you go into the extended universe of things. I think it was mostly a 360 prop, because you do see him shooting the side, so, they put thought into it. Every shuttle has. I like it. I mean, the wings are a bit daft, and you can tell they put most of the effort into the front bit, the curves, and it gets more boxy, more simple the further back you go when pay less attention. I like it. I think it's a good little craft. I'm interested what you guys think in the pantheon of all shuttles, because yeah.
All right. With 14 votes, it's a three-way tie right now. So somebody break the tie. We have 20 of you here, so go vote in the poll, because it's a tie between A, B, and C, all at 29%.
I mean, this is why we say vote, because it will absolutely matter. Do you have any semblance of where you would put it if you were at phaser point?
Probably B.
Okay.
I mean, it is super advanced and whatnot, but it's not one that speaks to me. I don't like the look of it. I don't like the color. I don't like
that would affect your ranking, then yes.
Yes. I don't like the stuff slapped on the side. It feels a little bit kit bashy and not in a good way. So, but yeah, story wise and just kind of advancement wise, I guess it'd definitely be an S, but for me, not so much. Yeah.
Well, damn. Fair enough.
What about you? Where would you put it?
Yeah, I'd probably go B as well. I do like her, but she's missing the sexy curves of, anything Starfleet.
Well, we got 18 votes. And
oh, beautiful. Guys, vote. Yes.
Tie's been broken. C wins with 33%.
Okay.
Second place was B with 28%.
Okay.
And then A with 22%.
Well, okay then.
Beautiful.
Pretty good. We will get a sense of what you people think. You fine Trekkie fans out there. Although, don't be annoying and say the Romulan shuttle around Romulus. The one in Nemesis. We don't need that par list. Anybody? We want serious suggestions. Serious.
Sure. Next up is Sean O'Sullivan on PayPal, who throws in $2.19. It says the Nenbeck named for Larry Nemechek. Also gets bonus points for trying to kill Wesley. Also, happy belated Canada Day. Hashtag Pawfear. Indeed, thank you. I have no idea what he's talking about, so I'm just going to pull this one in because I think this is probably the one.
Yep.
How did it try to kill Wesley?
It's his last episode. Well, his last as main.
With final mission with Picard. Oh yeah. All right. Well, it crashes, right? So I like the captain though. I like that he's got an old school Star Trek 3 styled phaser with a wrap handle. Shuttle wise, it looks pretty cool. I do like the kind of more weathered look. It feels like one of a shuttle you'd find on the Merchantman because it's got that matching color scheme a little bit.
I wonder if that was intentional in some way.
Possibly, yeah. But yeah, cool enough little shuttle.
No, it's again a full physical prop. How awesome is that?
Mm-hmm.
They built something, they acted around it, and it's obviously I think no, it's not season 7. But it's near the end of the run, or
I think it's season 5 or 6 that he leaves. 5. Don't remember.
I mean, it's the classic front, isn't it? I mean, does this feel more or less kit bashed, given it is the epitome of the bashed kit of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other things, or do they do enough with it because obviously you walk around it and stuff to feel more unique?
It feels less kit bashy than Alice for sure. Alice with the stuff tacked onto it, it just feels like somebody's trying too hard to make it look cool. This one feels like it's actually something that just fits in the world, right? So that's my take on it anyway.
Although isn't fancy. I mean, you can't get more. I mean, Mochmans are great, just rustically. Yeah, this works. Is it good? I didn't say that. I said it works. Does it though? It works some of the time. There we go.
Yeah,
that's kind of how it feels like.
Yeah, and Devo says, would we count La Serena from Star Trek Picard as a shuttle? No, that's a cargo ship. It's too big.
Yeah, you could fit several shuttles inside the main bay. So yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, personality-wise, this has less personality. I would give this, honestly, an F if I'm being critical, because there will be Ds that are better. So I would say F just for what personality it brings is so minimal compared to what else is going to come.
I think other people might have said F too, because D is winning with 46%. But F was not an option on this one, so... But I'm fine to put this at D, because I think there are worse shuttles.
Well, if you guys want to re-roll, that's 5 or half, and we can re-roll if you care that much.
Well, we'll put it at D for now, and if anybody wants to re-roll this and possibly give it F, just let us know in the with a super chat of what, 250 you said? Half?
Yeah.
But I'll end it now.
Well, it's tricky because this isn't a bad design, right? So it's not about judging. It's just this is very much a best of the best, not a how good is it kind of thing.
It's got like type 15
oh yeah
cells on the top.
Oh, they're those lying around.
That. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That makes me happy. Thank you for that, Stuart. And gotta say, love you guys using 2-for-1 already. We've had some great 2-for-1s. Awesome. Awesome.
Indeed. All right. Let's end this. 14 votes. D wins with 43%.
Okay.
Second place was C with 36%.
Ooh, SC Scout Guy. Back seal. Oh, I would put right on that line of a shuttle. I'd call that shuttle mostly. Because it is about Neelix's shuttle.
Oh.
Because it's technically a freighter, but
yeah,
it's very small and it's runabout size, Delta Flyer size. I say you would count that, but the absolute upper echelon is a full ship, but also it's a very, very small full ship.
Yeah.
So that, hey, if you want to put it in for that, we'll accept it, because that I think is the good line. Oh, Larry's gonna be upset. Well, I'm sorry. Send him here. Have him track us down. Do a Liam Neeson on us.
Yeah. So Schmo Buddy throws in $10 on PayPal. So thank you. He says first two type 18. Which is the type 18 though.
Chaffee, they're not Chaffee.
That's the Chaffee, not Chaffee, the small one. Where the hell is it? I saw it earlier.
So I was very proud when we got this made, and then Matt Baldwin finished texturing, because it's so unused, which I love.
Where'd it go? Oh,
and
this one.
It's such a nice miniature.
This one?
Yeah, it puts so much work into that miniature. It's only used. Do I give this one an S? Because it is quite sleek.
Sure.
I wouldn't give an S, but maybe someone would. I mean, it doesn't feel like a lower than a C. So if those don't remember, this was seen in the Defiant episode of Deep Space Nine, where they go and find the changelings, and the Jem'Hadar attack the ship, and Odo launches this, and then takes the Founder's homeworld, whereby there's a physical prop of the old TNG shuttle pod, redress it so it can be landed and can go inside and out of it, so it's a full prop. They also use one, they launch two, and so Sisko and Bashir get back to their forces. They sit at the back, they open a hatch which can't exist in the ship.
Yeah.
Whatever. And that's the appearance. But there's a few shots in those episodes. Or maybe one more if there's a shot with an asteroid belt. It might be not the same episode, but it's used and then never used again. It was a beautiful miniature. When the auction house that got the riddle sold it, it was like, holy hell.
Yeah.
But very hard to light in 3D because everything's just one-dimensionally curved. It's actually really boring to light. Yeah.
But it looks so cool.
It looks so cool. Yeah, it looks like the Defiant but shuttle. To me, it looks like a Defiant but shuttle, and not a shuttle with Defiant pieces shoved onto it. This feels like the most logical Defiant shuttle.
Yeah. All right.
I think it's
the miniature is fantastic with the little figure inside, I gotta say. So it was kind of impressive to see, and it's just sad that they didn't show it more. It's kind of like the back of the runabout.
Yeah.
Where it's like you could see the back room. It would have been great in Deep Space Nine, but...
Because you've got to imagine if they, especially, as Olivia put in with the other Defiant shuttle, the Chaffee, it's like they've got a shuttle prop. It exists, and surely a writer knocks on those doors and says, we have the $35,000 prop in Storage Bay 3.
Yeah.
Do you want to use that? No. Design Doug and pay a model to build it in the salary time. But we literally, I'm assuming because they're moving away from physical miniatures as much as possible by the end, and so it was, well, not quicker, but it was easier than rather than have do all the miniature passes just to do CGI.
Yeah.
Even though it was, which shows the difference point, right? Where it was easier and cheaper, and that model's great. The shots look great, but what a waste of a very nice design.
Tab Extra says the Defiant shuttle should be more compact. How the fuck are you supposed to make this more compact? Look at the size of it. Any more compact and it would be an escape pod or like a fucking photon torpedo tube. Look at the person inside.
Yeah, no, I've done when we did our short film with it, where I include every shuttle, and I had Matt Baldwin, not quickly, but jumped ahead of his queue. It's so hard to even frame in this because you move the camera and like you're at the edge of the wall. It's such a small, cramped ship. I mean, you can tell the actors like have no space because it is the TNG one. There's even more stuff on the walls to try and add details. There's even less space to add more stuff. It's. I mean, yeah, it can be no smaller without actually sardining them, and then the actors can't move. Yeah, my goodness. You just want to punish the actors, don't you? I see your game.
With 15 votes, we have a tie between A and B. So if anybody wants to vote that hasn't already, please do so. We have 30 people here, so it should be pretty easy. Let's go on the poll.
Sean says the original was stolen. It was stolen, and yet it came to auction house. Really? I remember watching that in the interview and then hearing that. Huh. It's a big model to steal. Yeah, it's a big model to steal as well because we say miniature. It ain't small. I mean, we held what's it called, the torpedo turret of DS9. And that's a miniature. It's like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Very cool.
All right, it's still tied. We got 2 more votes in, but somebody voted again, so it's tied up again.
Where would you? Maybe our votes will help place it. Where would you place it, Stuart, buddy, pal?
Probably at A. I like it.
Yeah, it's got gentle swagger.
And we got 18 votes now, and A wins with 37% anyway. So second place is B with 32%. Yeah, it's one that's it's a shame. It's one of those ones I would have liked to see more of. It's much better than the Type 15 from TNG. As far as size, it's about the same-ish.
Yeah, same physical. I mean, the outside's bigger, but that's because it's doing
Yeah,
different things. But yeah, the actual inside's
yeah,
the same. I will be using more of it when I do more DS9 films, just because A, I have it, and B,
yeah.
no one else has a version. I think I was the only person to make a model of it or have a model made. So yeah, I'm excited to see more of it.
All right, the next one he says the Chaffee, which is the other Defiant
Ah,
shuttle.
well, there you go, Olivia. Pick a
Again,
different one.
only seen once. But this is another great design. It feels, again, this feels Kipashy. It's like they took a Defiant model with a different scale and took a larger, you know, type or the movie era Galileo shuttle and kind of smashed them together. You got that curved window at the front. But overall, I like it. I like the feel of it, the vibe of it. It does feel Defiant like because of those engines. And it's again, it's another one I would have liked to have seen more of. I kind of like the sleekness of this, but I think they were trying too hard to make it feel like a Defiant shuttle for no real reason. Like I don't know. It works, but it's just there's so many contrasting elements. Like that front part is just like a movie era shuttle. Then you got the small Defiant engines, and then you got an impulse crystal on the top, which is another scale altogether. It just feels and looks too kitbashy again.
Well, yeah, it does. And no offense to Doug and Brandon, it's a nice 3D model. Like they did a really good job in the design work and the model work. I mean, that's the great thing about shuttles. You'll get close to them, so models actually have to design better than a big ship. They actually have to put those man hours in because you're gonna see it because it's right
Yeah,
there, right? But I do think the design does speak to a okay, we've got 1 day to design it, 1 day to build it, and it has to be animated by Thursday. And so, what are the safest things? I mean, that hull is really easy to build, right? And then those aren't just the defined nacelles, but there's no design work going on there. You know, do the same thing but fit it in. I mean, you can't get. I mean, I'm not against by any means having a standardized shuttle front with, like USB ports. You just plug in different components at the back, and those just happen to be those engines to make it compact. I get that. That's kind of cool, but otherwise, it does just feel like they've slapped some shit on a basic front. There's a mismatch of shapes, and also the window is too big. It wastes a lot of space. The Defiant is quite stout. The front need to be stouter and feel more
yeah,
compact. So it's, I well, like the other shuttle, right? You can see the difference in what has a real like designed feel and what has a we've got 10 hours. Not a bad one, but I do think it's less interesting than the other one. But both are great to have as part of the fleet, and it shows how diverse ship design can be because they are not at all the same, right?
got the front of this one. It's exactly the same.
Just pulled, yeah. Well, that's because
Oh my
it's
God.
inspiration. Inspiration hits. Poetry, Stuart, it rhymes. I've heard that before.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, for me, this is probably going to be. I would probably put it at A as well because I do like it. Actually, no, probably B. To be fair, I'd probably put it at B just because I think it's a little too simplistic as far as the way they went about doing it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Still good. Not as good.
All right, with
Which is
17
fine.
votes, B wins with 35%.
Okay, gosh. We're on the same track almost with everybody. That's nice. Crazy, Stuart. What's happening?
And we got a two-way tie. Oh, we did for second place with A and C both at 29, although now it's saying one had 30, but that's okay. It's fine. All right.
Like it.
Schmobody goes on to say the Aero Shuttle.
Yes. Literally never seen and yet always seen. Crazy.
Yeah. And it's right there. So the Aero Shuttle, the what could have been. I guess he's picking just ones that like didn't get their time in the sun, which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, the Aero Shuttle. Brilliant idea. I wish I would have worked it into this to Voyager somehow, even using component,
Somehow.
even using components from it to build the Delta Flyer.
Uh-huh.
Because they built the Delta Flyer when they could have just had a shell of this in the ship, and like we should just finish the Aero Shuttle. and either do that or use components from the Aero shuttle that wasn't incomplete to add to the Delta Flyer. Like they could have worked that into the story. It's just totally glazed over and ignored. Like I would have liked to have seen the bay where this docks into and have like the shell of it. Like it just wasn't finished when Voyager launched. And have them finish it over time even or whatever. But I mean, you reuse the runabout cockpit.
Mm-hmm.
I like the unique vibe of it. It feels like more aerodynamic for planetary stuff because of the wings. But I mean, all shuttles can fly in the atmosphere, so it's not really a big deal.
Well, there's
But
flying and there's falling with style, right?
sure, yeah, absolutely. Yes, Buzz. But yeah, I think it's great. I would have liked to have seen this. So obviously, it has tie-in elements with the Intrepid as far as like the front deflector thing, the way that's shaped. Other than that, I mean, it would have made sense to have some kind of articulation on those wings, have them be able to go, up 45 degrees and down 45 degrees, kind of like a bird of prey almost for different configurations. I think would have been neat. I think there's a lot of wasted potential with this one, unfortunately.
And the fact that we can talk about it is amazing. And I believe it was during Trekyards run that the aerial test became available. That we predate that,
Yeah, yeah.
and then HD version being done, and that's amazing. With that old, this is now an old thing. And then Eagle Moss was the first one to bring it in, which is amazing. Then it's been in several games and such. Like it exists now. I think in Stowe, I believe in Stowe, and definitely in the Voyager game, because you see it. That was like, my God, it exists, right?
And Jeff Jacobs says it need an S option for this one. It's unrealized potential, though. Like,
And it's also pushing shuttle. I mean, it is the widest thing we're going to look at today. If that's shuttle, if that's runabout sized, then it's what, 6 runabouts wide, 5 runabouts wide, and if one runabout is this, what I mean, is the that's like one of the pylons DS9. But it's very cool. I know that Rob Bontroon, what?
that's way too big. This is like 3 runabouts wide. Because the main body is the size of a runabout.
Yeah, but the wings are more than one body.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Not within the cells. No way. There's not 5 or 6 wide.
Okay, there's three and a half, 3.5. But it's funny because had they done more than the test, because you can tell it's very basic geometry and the texture is very basic. Had they had more time, or told to, or Rick drawn it at all, it would have been more than just this. So it's funny. This is a wonderful bygone era of like, this is the basics of a 2-day build, blah 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 blah. So it's really fun in its own right. But I've never done a shot with her, not properly anyway. So it would be interesting to use her in some way. I don't know. I don't know how to justify using it because it's only on the Intrepids.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I mean, it's kind of impractical in a way because it wouldn't fit necessarily into a lot of other ships' shuttle bays because of the width of it.
Any? I mean,
not the Intrepid class for sure.
I mean, the
Galaxy class it could.
Only the
I could get
big saucer one.
Yeah, I think it could fit in. Oh yeah, the large one. I think it could fit into the Enterprise E's because we've seen John Eves' rendering of the shuttle.
Yeah, that would fit
from the inside.
Yeah.
It would fit in, but it just wouldn't be practical in a lot of situations. Like it needs the docking point. But
it's not trying to be practical; it's trying to be specialist, right? That's the whole point of it, right? Would you, if you were told, okay, let's say for whatever weird reason you were given the next Star Trek show, and for some reason this was very important, and you had this choice, okay, to give me a yes or no, okay, Stuart? Ready? You have to jump in with yes or no. Gut reaction, okay?
Yeah.
Stuart Foley of Trekyards. The air shuttle is going to be the next Trek show. Are the wings foldable like this? Yes, no, go.
Yes.
Okay.
Just like modern day military aircraft like the F-18, the wingtips fold up so they can store them on the aircraft carrier. The F-14, the wings went back into Delta, but then they also went into storage configuration where they swept in even more to make them smaller. So yes, I would think that'd be the practical thing to do. Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely a point you could do that.
Yep, easy enough. Yeah. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, it's a 2-way tie between A and D.
Okay, you are polarized, unlike hull plating.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, 30 35. God, you guys like shuttles. Good job, guys. Well, those that are new, of course, this is viewer supported. This is how we do the channel. These sorts of fun games and content. So join stuff like that. We're doing PayPal 2 for 1, so it's $5 on Super Chat to submit any shuttle from any Trek show, any alien race. But 2 for 1 on PayPal because we get 40% more of that support, so it's worth everyone's while. And then you can pick 2 and we have a conversation and you guys vote. That's how we do it, guys. So put in your things. Long way to go, a lot of shuttles to go. Any ideas? And 2 for 1 on PayPal, why not do it? That's the easiest one to do, right? And a message.
A wins with 41%.
Ooh, nice.
32 votes.
Nice, nice, nice.
And we got one more for Schmobody, and then
Beautiful.
we'll get back to the other one.
Beautiful. 4 for 2. It's a great deal. Dan, don't think they did. I think I had 1.
All right.
As in the one from
is
Tinju.
the Wave Rider, quote brackets Defiant nacelles. That's this one.
I keep in mind this is only fan design. The bottom is canon, but this is fan design, hence why I clarify there are 2 ways you can take this one. I think you went for this version, so that was quite. So thank you, because we have done this previously and we did the one we found, and thanks for clarifying.
Yeah.
So it's even more. It's even more not canon because no one on the team made it.
Yeah, but this one actually works really well. This works better for me than the Arrow shuttle because here the Defiant engines don't feel as kitbashy because they are restyled. They go in at the front and it doesn't have 4 of the little circles at the top like the Chaffee does. It's got the 3. The impulse crystal's been changed design wise, so it doesn't feel just a regular impulse crystal, and it's got a sleek aerodynamic feel to it. It feels like a really cool fast fighter, or some kind of X-plane type feel to it, and I think it works really well. Yeah,
I mean, they went for sexier.
Yeah,
and they probably they probably spent more than a week designing her, which I think comes across. Yeah, it's definitely a style, not of a substance, but there's definitely a style to it. What's funny is that, does it even make sense for a Nova class to have something this nice?
This small for sure. Nice is just, I mean, it's linking to the Chaffee in a way, so it's just part of that design lineage.
Yeah. Which the thing is, it's kind of like Delta Flyer mixed as well, almost with that front portion, because they're knowing what all the designs can be, but there's no Delta Flyer as a possible design inspiration here. But it's nice, and yeah, you're right. The engines don't feel kit bashed the way they've been stretched and pulled in. It helps as a bigger craft, which does help it balance out more. And this thing looked great in a formation. I wouldn't even be against being a fighter, not a fighter, but I'm not really a fan of the fighter concept in Star Trek. But if there was a larger auxiliary craft that had some ability in tactical, and tactical being also maneuverability, this would be like, yeah, okay, it's kind of like it's still a shuttle, but it's slightly more feature set specific. No, it's nice, but it is even more uncanny than the other one.
Tab Extra says the side windows are too big. No, they're not. They're perfect. At least it has side windows. The fucking Chaffee doesn't. A lot of these shuttles don't have side windows, which would make piloting them a real bitch. You'd have to, as a pilot, you want to be able to look out, especially when, so, I mean, you got sensors and stuff, but
it's not the same, man.
Those are perfectly sized windows, especially considering there's probably like one pilot seat right there.
Yeah,
very much like the Delta Flyer.
It's a much bigger ship than you think. We're compared to shuttles, but it really is an auxiliary craft, right? So it's it's a bit bigger than you think.
All right, 24 votes. A wins with 54%.
Ooh, okay. It's our highest majority yet.
Excellent. All right. Now we'll go to the next PayPal.
Some new ideas and get your voice heard, guys.
Which is Schmobuddy again, and then we'll switch over to the super chats.
Yes.
Remember, PayPal does kind of get priority. We try to get them out of the way first. Schmobuddy says movie era Galileo and Vulcan warp sled shuttle.
Some classics.
So here's the motion picture era shuttle. And yeah, it's just a nice redesign Well, it's got the same feel as the original um, Type F Galileo, but sleeker. It feels like a bullet. The way it's shaped is very bullet-like. And again, no side windows. They fixed that with the Type 6 in TNG. Put side windows in it. I would want that as a pilot. So,
Hey, Raj.
but I like the loading ramp at the back as well as the side door. You got options as far as how to get in and out. The Galileo did not have a back ramp, you know. So you got more options with this. Now, the thing that always bothered me when I was younger watching this is it feels like it has wings that can pop out, kind of like the shuttle pod almost. And I don't know why those are there necessarily. I'm sure there's some kind of function to them, shield emitters or something, or if it's just the monkey brain thing. Well, it needs something aerodynamic surface wise so they can fly in atmosphere. And that's why those are there because they feel out of place a little bit. Also, not a real fan of the nacelles on this. Like, I get they're trying to be similar to the refit style nacelles, but not be because that's one of the complaints with the Galileo. Is like, why does it have those when it doesn't have like warp capability, right? So, making them look different is a good idea. But I'm never a fan of the way they attach the nacelle shape or that thing on the side. Other than that, I really like these. Like I said, it feels fast. It looks like a bullet, and I think that works.
Yeah, very fair. Yeah, I mean, I've always liked this one. It's when you have to build a miniature and then have to build a physical, it changes how you build things. It actually
Mhm.
had to work. Maybe not in space, but had to work. And it's obviously charming knowing this became the TNG shuttle by cutting it up. That's charming. Also indifferent. The film itself is odd though, in that I mean, if you remember the inside, it's just basically girders and almost like
And benches.
insulation. They didn't finish it, or the set is too small to have everything and it has to stand up and it has to be physical. That's what it had to be. So it feels very out of place for the era, known for its sleek, crisp lines. And then a set
Mhm.
that's cramped and girdery with a very thin window. None of the inside makes sense to me, personally. That's why I really like the one from Star Trek Resurgence where they use the shuttle and it's just a TNG era and it feels much better to me, just doing
Yeah.
a proper interior. But I love the outside. Never liked the thin one window, but I also like having no side window in this frame. I think it kind of works well. So I don't know how I'd tweak that, but it would look weird with the three window. It would break the illusion too much.
Mhm.
And I know there are spotlights on the bottom, but there are two lights on the top. What do you think they are? The two, maybe
I
signal
don't think they're,
lights?
I don't
Or
think they're lights necessarily.
I mean,
I
they're
always thought they were
often
some
lit.
kind of like tractor for going into a shuttle bay, like tractor beam emitters or something. I always thought they were more functional than just lights.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, there are lights there often. So I'm wondering what the tech is, right?
Yeah,
Uh, and yeah, pop out wings makes sense. Although it's a bit daft. Well, I like the
it
chat's idea of
does, but it
being.
doesn't
I like the
because
chat's
on the
idea of
inside,
a skateboard. That was kind of interesting.
yeah, but on the inside, you can't have those retracted in because there's benches there. It's one of the problems I have with shuttle pod as well, with the way the wings tuck in and where they're located.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. Yeah.
so
Exterior great, interior subpar, but they're out of money, time, and effort. It's a weird movie. I
yeah,
like it, and I've really enjoyed using it because it has a certain flow to it that the Type 6 TNG doesn't have. Because this is the intention, and that's the boxier version, right?
yeah.
Hmm.
All right, let's see what you guys are saying. S wins with
Ooh,
39%, 23 votes. This is our first S.
but not far behind C at 30%. So we have got two extremes again to B at 22, A at 9. So not that far off. So again,
Yep.
polarized feelings on this. I like it. Well, damn.
So Schmo Buddy's next one.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, then look at the sleekness in A, and then you got the boxy S. It's not that boxy, but it's definitely boxier. I appreciate you guys. You make fun choices sometimes. All right, what's next? And
Okay.
actually, brief challenge with 37 of you here. I challenge somebody to find an F for us. So if you want to do a single put 250 on the PayPal for a single vote or a single submission, find us an F that you guys are gonna vote as a worst in line shuttle. I want to know if there's Fs because there might have been Might be no truly bad designs for shuttles. I don't know, but let us know.
Yeah, I would like to get an F for sure. All right, next up is the Vulcan Warp Sled Shuttle.
Mmm.
So that is the warp sled and the shuttle attached to it, as you guys know. So the shuttle is separate. Warp sled. The warp sled aspect is for long range. So again, I like the functionality of it. I like the idea of having like basically like a warp ring or a hyperdrive ring. Um, and the way it's executed is quite nice, honestly. Uh, Also the way it docks with the twist and like the back end, it's kind of neat because it's space. You can do that. It's fine. And the fact that this is specifically a Vulcan one, it's got different color textures, got more of a kind of pinkish, sandy hue to it. Um, these are, I like to think that these are like also the Federation has them as well, but they're Federation livery, like they got the pennants and stuff on them, not just Vulcans. The race says it's just Vulcan, but it's not, I don't think. And it actually it's not, because you get the 350 refit Enterprise model kit. It comes with one, and it's got decals for it, which are Federation in origin. So I like this one. I like the functionality of it, and it was really a standout thing in the motion picture for a movie that is mostly boring. This, even though the approach of this is really slow, it's actually quite fun to do the twist and of it back in. I like
They're
that. I think
having
it's cool.
fun with it, with an
Yeah,
absolutely unnecessarily complicated maneuver. Because goodness,
I would have liked to see the interior of it, but you know,
yeah, what do you think that would look like?
I have no idea. I like it's got the airlock and it's also got a door on the side,
Yeah.
so you can just do a regular
Oh,
landing.
I say that we saw it in Lower Decks, but that was their interpretation. I mean, of the time original, we did see it in Lower Decks. That was like such a joyous
Yeah,
moment.
yeah,
Mm. Does it annoy you? Was the wrong phrase? That people call it a Vulcan ship?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. It's the Vulcan shuttle. It's like, well, yes, it is from Vulcan. It does have Vulcan markings on it, but it's also, like I said, there's Federation versions of it as well. So
It's odd that they had the miniature, but they didn't use it again. Would have been great in TNG, do their classic repaint, maybe
yeah,
even add the glowing Bassard and coils to modernize it. You know,
yeah.
it's amazing how many things they had in the back catalogue of miniatures they just decided not to use. Why couldn't there be a single episode of TNG where they used this instead of the Miranda? You know, must have been one episode where, yeah, we can have a smaller ship, right?
Yeah,
But no, we need to reuse them right now. It's fine. Um, it's good. I mean, it's the most abstractian of the Trek ships. It's like, well, it's Federation, not Vulcan. It's Starfleet, but it might not be. And why is the shuttle not? Why does the shuttle not have warp? And why is this thing so big to have to do warp? If other things that can be small and do warp, maybe it's 50 years old. That's why it's that's why you need warp. Don't know. It asks a lot of questions. Um, and it barely feels Star Trek, but also it has enough of those Trekisms to feel integrated in the tech. It's weird. Uh, I would give it a C personally, but I'd love
mm,
to see even Andy resketch it, but with actively adding the warp grills, Bassards, and the Starfleet livery back in, like a refit TNG. I would love to see how we would do that.
yeah. Let's see what you guys are saying. With 31 votes, 35% give it an S. It's two-way tie for second place with A and C, both at 26%. We'll put it at S. I think it's just the functionality of it and the cool factor, the what if of it, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I would probably personally give it a B. Would have liked to see more of it, obviously. And yeah. All right. So that's it for the PayPals right now. Let's switch over to Super Chats.
Beautiful.
We got Olivia Julius, $5. Want to talk about Sam? Check out Samuel Kirk on Strange New Worlds coming up on Thursday, July 23rd, 2026. Then join Cap afterwards for his first look. Yes. Schedule will be changing. We'll be doing our reviews again on Friday. So
Unless we can't, then Monday.
Yes, exactly. Because there's shit going on the weekends, summer. So
Everything's variable.
Daniel Hines Photography throws in two of that currency.
Mm.
It says, for an alien shuttle, I choose the Romulan shuttle. Which one?
Well, the only one that feel cool the wrong in the shuttle. So DS9.
Okay, fine. Be like that. Vreenak's shuttle. Yeah, it's a cool little design. I do like um the shape of this one. It feels very, again, super aerodynamic in its design.
Oh, hold
I
on.
love the
Sorry, Michael asked, what does S mean? So for those who don't know this scale chart, 'cause you guys are voting, right? So A to D is kind of the normal levels of
yeah,
you love it. S is when it's above that, so it's extra
superior,
special.
super, yeah,
Yeah, so it's like the A star, but
stand
it's
out.
nice to call it the extra. So you might love a ship, but do you love it and knowing it's the best? Whereas an F can often be like, yeah, I really dislike it. So, you know, there's those two ones, the extremes of the chart. A lot of things can be A to D. So there you go. And 37 of you here, which is fantastic. Vote, 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 vote.
Yes, we didn't invent tier lists. These are a thing. So this is STF with no E. So
Sorry to interrupt.
no, I like.
Continue.
That's fine. I like the color of this. I like the sizing of it. It feels like a natural Romulan shape and design. You got the Deridex elements on the top of it there, and I like the way that the cells trail off. A lot of the design options here I really like. The front of it does remind me of a Cylon. It's got like the OG Cylon with the voice thing, and then but it works, and it's got the or the bird motif with the feather pattern on the wings. It's got the tail, which feels very bird-like as well. I really like this one. Again, I want to see more of it because it was great. Yeah.
I mean, we like the cheats, but this is, you know, quite a special, fun ship. And this is kind of reverse the Chaffee. This feels like Doug Drexler designed it, was given both enough time and a good sense of vision. Like he had an idea, because it is, you know, it's not in the episode very much, but it's a statement piece. We're not reusing a model. We're inventing a brand new ship, and it's great. It's cool. Yeah, it's I think it's hard to dissect the scale from it, even with the door, because there's so much detailing going on that I know design Q is not necessarily intent, but those yellow things on the spine are escape pods on the Gyrodex,
Well, yeah.
and
I
they
was going to
can't be
mention
escape
that,
pods
but
here. So he's pulled the livery, the deals from the Derek's, but the deals don't match. So it makes sense unless you know what they are. It doesn't make sense. So it's that kind of design. So it looks great,
yeah,
but I don't. My brain doesn't quite know the scale. Um, although never built in CG on the show, so I only used once. I mean, it should have been used more. At least
yeah,
see it flying, because we
yeah.
never did.
Oh, we see it landed. Yeah.
Uh,
Um. Well, with 29 votes, S wins with 38%. Two-way tie for second place.
oh,
A and B have 31% each.
wow. You guys freaking love it. I mean, that's when, you know, a hero asset gets more love and attention, right? Because they plan it. This is their, you know, bam,
Yeah. Yeah.
damn,
All
cool.
right. Tab Extra throws in 100 krona. It says Star Trek disco shuttles made no sense and broke all the rules. Oh.
So we're going from one extreme of S to another extreme of S, right?
Ugh. Ugh. All right. Well, I don't like the disco shuttle. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere, all over the timeline. And Picard is a taxi, and multiple other things. Yeah, again, this one really reminds me of a bullet because it's more rounded, but it's still got that bullet shape with integrated nacelles. It's not the awfulest of designs. It just doesn't work for the time period that they put it in. And of course, it's all over the timeline after that, showing up in everything. And that's a problem.
And even show up
And
to your birthday, Stuart. It's amazing.
Mark Lawrence, sent a laughing disco
Oh,
for 250 joules. Thank you.
gosh, Disco's
Laughing
gone
disco.
everywhere.
Yeah. Overall, though, I do like the interior of this ship. I think with some redesign, I think the nacelles would feel better to me, but it's just not era appropriate. Like as something that came after the Wrath of Khan era, maybe ambassador class type era, I could see this being a progression from the movie era shuttle that we have up there in S. It feels like it's just a moving on from that. It just doesn't work where they put it, unfortunately. And I gotta say, as much as I complained about the nacelles on the movie era shuttle and the struts attaching them, I fucking prefer that over this. I don't like these enclosed square fucking nacelles. Brian Fuller's design fucking logic of no cylindrical nacelles really just, I think this would look better with cylindrical nacelles. Would have felt more era appropriate for sure, even if they were incorporated into the body a little bit like these are. I don't know. I have problems with it. Plus all the striping, and especially for a Starfleet vessel, just doesn't work for me. If it was a civilian, no problem with the striping, really. So
Now, you're welcome to like it, right? Now, as you see, the polar to the extremes, S, A, D,
mhm.
or F, because I can only do 4, and it's not a B, it's not really a C design. So I want to give you, if you express your love
Yeah,
for it, S or A. If you really hate it, the other way, right? So give it, because it's not a bad design. If it was a grey design, like if it was the first thing we saw in Discovery, we don't know the era, it was a grey design with no details. You say, okay, that's a decent retro TNG Nemesis throwback specialist shuttle. You could make it work,
yep,
but then you add the context and it
yep.
ruins it. It's one of the
That's what
few
I said.
things where it could work, but it ruins itself.
Yeah,
Unlike Klingons, where you can't justify it really, or the Shenzhou, where it's like, there's too many things that are wrong with it. And it's just so odd because they obviously are taking notes from the TNG shuttle. They are. They shouldn't be, but they are.
mm,
And it'd be fine in the sense of if it's only season 1 Discovery, move past it. But the fact they, once you make a mistake, like build the asset and it's there in the servers and people reuse it, like they're in Picard season 3, very small, but they are as just things that float. So people use them because they're on the server and they're free to use for the internal team. So it continues the mistakes.
yeah.
And that's why I keep saying, like, blah blah. So this is the single biggest example probably of bad modern Trek. It was poorly conceived, built at the wrong time, and then the flaw was permeated because it was easy to reuse, and now it's everywhere. So this is the shuttle, the longest lifespan of any shuttle in history. It goes from pre-discovery, when Star was picked up, like 10 years earlier, to the 32nd century when it's flying around one of the planets with Michael Burnham. This thing lasts for 800 years. This is the longest running shuttle in Star Trek history. Go fuck yourselves.
Perfect.
Yeah.
With 30 votes, you guys are passionate about this one. F wins with 47%. Second place is D with 37%.
So one person says S, 4 people say A, everyone else says D and F. And was I being too harsh there, guys? Because
No,
no, I
it
was
was not.
sure. I was asking you.
I know, but I'm part of the guys, so I say no.
This is true, guys. Was I being too unfair? Just tell me. Tell me if I was being unfair. Try to
No,
eloquently express the problem with the Discovery shuttle.
no matter what the outcome would be, I was going to throw it in F anyway. So,
Just as a protest vote, kind of thing.
captain's prerogative.
Well, yeah.
All right,
But thanks for
so we did
including
find
it.
an F. So thank you. Olivia
Oh
Julius
yeah,
says with
that's
his
true.
$5,
Hey,
it says
I realized that. Yeah, I didn't put that
yeah,
thing in. I saw that before that, so I wasn't even
yeah.
intending that to be the one. But okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Olivia Julius throws in $5 and says Defiant Shuttle. We've already got that. I don't think she's here anymore. I want to throw in one
Yes,
to
please do.
replace it, and it's one people might not think of.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Give the
The
brief on
Aqua
this.
Shuttle. The Aqua Shuttle from the animated series. This is one designed to be specifically going underwater. It also acts as a boat, but I mean, all shuttles can really. I mean, we see in Voyager, Tom Paris takes a shuttle into that water planet where he gets demoted.
No, I'm gonna give it an F for this just because.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's got 1960s car styling at the front because it's a product of its time, but it's interesting. There were a few shuttles. I mean, we've done a Trekyards episode talking about this stuff with the designer of some of this stuff. So check that out. That was fun. But there was a lot of specialist shuttles in the animated series. You know why? Because they could fucking draw them. They could get away with it. They didn't have to build a physical thing, right? The whole story of why the Galileo looks the way it does, and not like Matt Jeffries' design, is because practicality, right? But yeah, I kind of like the idea of a specialist shuttle, although it doesn't make sense as a standard loaded into every starship kind of vibe. It should be specifically for research vessels that are going to do whatever, right? But styling wise, it feels very 1960s, just automotive, and that's fine. It's fine. If you know, you know. If you watch the animated series, you know. So
Do you think it holds up as in as part of the Trek world? Because you can like it, you dislike it, whatever. But how do you think? Bam, you know.
I think it does. It's got a sleek simplicity to it, and it feels more advanced than the standard shuttle of the time, but also smaller. So I think it
Hmm.
does fit in with the aesthetic, definitely. It's got that smooth hull. This one doesn't have any markings or anything on it. Like, it does have a pennant and stuff as well. But yeah, I think it does fit. I don't like it being standard equipment on all ships.
Hmm.
Like, how many? You can't store many shuttles anyway on the Constitution. 6 is pushing it.
Well, back when
So
Trek was about space is important, and
yeah,
you know, don't
yeah,
don't waste it.
yeah,
But you would have mission specific shuttles. I say that,
yeah,
but obviously, if every part of the Federation is quite far from each other, the idea of going to a place, well, I'm not gonna. Why would you? Well, I'm not gonna do it. Why would you want to travel 6 months to pick up one shuttle for a mission, right? So there can't be that many around. Blah 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 blah. But yeah, simplistic. It's a nice re-rendering. Just because it's cool to see it. Mission purpose specific, you know. I would assume this thing is all shuttles can go into water. Doesn't mean they're efficient. So I assume this thing is designed to be in water longer, further, and in a way that has zero detrimental effects. Because impulse engines aren't meant to be having water next to
yeah,
them all time. Whatever, whatever. So I can see it being, you know, useful if not being revolutionary.
yeah. I just wanted to show it from the actual show
Yeah.
itself. Here it is with the USS Enterprise on the side, as well as the registry. Although the registry number is NCC 1718,
We don't
I
ask
guess
questions.
it's an auxiliary craft. It's got its own registry. What can I say?
Yeah, that's the thing they did.
But anyway, yeah. Um,
Ah.
the Aqua Shuttle with 26 votes. F wins with 42%. Second place is B with 31%, though.
See, your voice being heard is important because, although 26 votes, there's 36 of you here. So can we get to 30? Can we quick
Yeah. Oh,
fire?
oh,
Because
wait. I'll wait to place it.
30, come on, guys.
Another 3 votes would be awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I think
Okay,
the
Kevin.
animated series is underappreciated because not a lot of people have seen it. And, I just go watch our episode on this. We did one on just ships, and we also did one specifically on the Aqua Shuttle, if I remember correctly. Um,
Hmm.
I think.
Maybe.
Let me.
We did a lot of.
Episode 225, the Aqua Shuttle, is specifically on the Aqua Shuttle. There's also one we did with the designer of these things,
Mhm.
where we covered a few of them. But yeah.
We have a lot of old content, guys. Go check it out.
Just because it's old doesn't mean it's bad.
Oh, there's been no
Anyway.
politicians in the American government.
Yeah.
Real old.
All right. We got 31 votes. F still wins with 42%. So
Did everyone go to F then?
I mean, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair shuttle enough. I guess. All right.
Fair enough.
Next up, we've got Tab Extra, which throws in 50 krona. Thank you. God, he says the Type 7 shuttle, the workhorse of Starfleet, 20 episodes and 1 movie appearance, A tier. What is the Type 7?
Well, Google says it's the TNG second one. Or the,
TNG
well, it's all TNG first one, but the real shuttle, not shuttle pod. But he says movies? There wasn't any movies as far as I remember. And I'm quite good at
that thing.
knowing.
The Bubble Shuttle.
1 movie appearance. Oh no, it wasn't Generations landing on Enterprise D. Yeah, they just play everything.
Yeah.
Gosh, by appearance you mean it's like saying Millennium Falcon 7 movie appearances because it was landing in the bay in 1. It's true. There should be a yeah, there is. Bam, there you go. All right. I already had one though. Oh.
Yeah, but this is a different one. Look at the window on this one. That's how I was like.
It's true. Okay, fair enough.
Well,
No,
I
that
just wanted to.
yeah. Andy's it went around. That's a concept art one. The other one's the film miniature. That's why this one's
Okay.
sleeker. Yeah.
Well,
But both are fair, but they're actually different designs.
all right, we're gonna get rid of this one. Somebody can say it later. We
They
will
are
use the
different.
actual-
They are
They
interesting.
are different. They are different. Yeah.
I'll clarify
right.
in the thing then.
The Andrew Probert designed to fit the aesthetic of the Enterprise D curvy organic vibe shuttle.
Stuart, Sam enthusiastic. I mean, you can't, can you? It's so enthusiastic.
I mean, it's another one I would have liked to see more of the interior. Like we see it in the one with Armis. Of course, see a wrecked interior. I don't think we.
Yep,
maybe
Q.
do see
When
it.
Q's DQ'd
Yeah,
then
we do see
reQ'd.
it, yeah. I have mixed feelings on this one because I like it until I don't like it. It's
Until you look at it for more than a few seconds.
yeah, well, yeah. It's definitely doing what a shuttle should do. It's got a lot of internal volume. It does have the nacelles to match the Enterprise, unlike the Type 6, unlike the Type 15, which all have different style nacelles. This feels like the larger of the shuttles of all those, and it is. And the nacelles match the ship that it's on. I kind of like that. But there's just it's too curvy. Yeah, I don't know. I like the other one with the windows that go stretch back. I think that looks a lot sleeker and a lot better. But honestly, it's pretty cool. I don't know where I would put it though. I would probably I could probably give it as a B. It's trying to be something different and unique, and it absolutely was. I just wish they would have used it in a little bit, like highlighted it a little more. Give Scotty this one instead of the Type 6. He's got more room for stuff.
They moved on at that point.
I know.
Yeah, this one's tricky because, as you said, there's 2 versions. They are different. This one is a look at the design sketch. Yeah, we gotta make this. We gotta make that, but for less than you're quoting. We'll make this version, and it is oddly boxy. It's a boxy, sleek box with curves, whereas the TNG shuttle is we are committing to our boxy shape, but giving it crisp boxy shape. It's a crisp box. This is a curved. It is doing both and doing neither, and it's odd. And you can definitely see where it's begging for that longer line of the window to kind of balance out that just lacking middle. And I've often thought, I say often, like 3 times thought, oh, I should build I should build the internal model of it, because we see it quite a few times, but it's so cramped that you have to like look at the angle. I think there's one episode with where Pulaski is infected by the age virus. And I think they turn to one side and you can see like egg cartons on the wall.
Yeah.
It's that level, which is hard for a modeler because you've got to build very specific, very random. They had at the time Greeblies. But I do quite like the front. There's like 2 seats and a bit in the middle you kind of step up to. It's got some style, but also really cramped. It's got a transporter. But I know it's not an easy thing to build, so I haven't had my team build it because it's just and the shuttle itself, it looks simple, but everything's a curve. And a specific curve is actually really not an easy one to build. That's why we use it in one film as a quick additional, but never like as a hero. Yeah.
Hmm.
But as a big, this is much bigger, I believe, pretty sure than Type 6. It's got more space. It's a bigger, more useful shuttle.
Yeah.
And it's not pretty.
Well, it's kind of like Matt Jeffrey's original design for the TOS shuttle. It was a lot of curves, and they couldn't really build that back in the day. I'm glad they actually did construct this.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well, yeah, miniature.
Part of it, anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, 'cause this would have been a really
yeah.
big physical prop to build. So I see why, the thing is, there's a reason for everything they do on the shows.
Yep.
Why is the Enterprise F just the Titan bridge? Reasons.
With an office chair. Captain's chair.
Yep. Because they had 20 minutes and no money. It's like, oh, maybe give them
20 minutes and $20.
Maybe give them some money. No, okay, cool.
They pissed it all away on the Enterprise D bridge recreation.
Which I'm fine with in that concept.
Yeah.
But also blah.
The Madness 201 says this feels like a first runabout. I mean, yeah, probably. Yeah. Probably a step towards that for sure. And Jeff Jacobs says looks like a beluga whale. Kinda. Yeah. Maybe it's for the cetaceans. The cetacean crew. They fly this around. Fill it with water. Let's see. What are you guys saying? With 36 votes, you guys are passionate about this one. A wins with 42%.
Well, okay then.
Excellent.
It has got some charm.
It does, yeah.
Because you don't need to be like the Picard shuttle from season 3 is a bit too sleek. It's just a bit, but it's evolving off the already sleek. Whereas this had to be made a different limitation,
Yeah. All right, we do have a PayPal, but we're going to finish up the super chats and then get to the PayPal real quick. You got Tab Extra, who throws in 200 Kronos.
So much.
Thank you so much. Who does not remember Data in his Type 15 shuttle pod? S tier. Is there a shuttle that limits a character more? Okay, for me, this is like a service inspection vehicle to fly around the ship to see if there's any problems. I would never want to fucking take this anywhere. Claustrophobic. It's small. It's car seats in it, and there's no real room. There's no bathroom. It's like, for me, it's a short little one ship to another ship. For some reason, I don't know why you would, like an inspection pod to fly around the ship and look for damage or whatever. With the work bee right behind you, you're like, there's a spot, and the work bee goes and does that, and you go find the next one or something. It doesn't feel like a practical shuttle, but yet it was the most practical shuttle because they could build it, have it on set, be able to easily move it, and so much so that its design is influenced by its practicality, because that stupid fucking front part, which is just to support it, right? Like, normally this wouldn't have that. It would just be resting on the nacelles. But they put that in as, oh, look, there's a thing here. This is for a deflector or whatever. It's just fucking odd. And I don't like the Type 15. It's too small. It's just icky. It does have a rear hatch as well, which is cargo, I would assume, of some sort.
Well, it sometimes has a hatch.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right?
Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Has a hatch at night, mostly.
There you go.
It mostly has a hatch at night, mostly.
It wasn't quite what I was laying down, but I appreciate that works real well. Good job.
Gotcha.
My compliments to the chef.
Thanks.
Yeah, the thing is, I have a soft spot for this because it was real.
Yeah.
And I think it. Oh, no, I'm not going to say that. It doesn't look better than the TOS shuttle, but it has a lot more thought put in the TOS shuttle, so it has a certain I get it vibe than the TOS shuttle, where, well, no, it is better in a sense that the TOS shuttle doesn't work. The inside, outside, and ship scale aren't the same. This is a full 360 prop. Yeah. They could have moved this to a desert and filmed a whole episode just with it, and it'd be the whole thing. There's no other, around it. When you build the 3D model of the inside, outside, because it does work, you can fit it in and it works. So it's really charming. I choose to have ours built without the chunk at the front because it is
Stupid.
It doesn't look great, but they
No.
blend it in quite well considering. Meaning just still there. The DeLorean doors are quite cool. I do, impulse engines or back hatch,
Yeah.
And seeing Geordie just chilling out on this thing is like, oh, poor lad, you spent 30 hours.
Where'd he go to the washroom?
I mean,
Beaming it out of his bowels. We talked about.
I mean, there's probably also some drug you can take, a little quick tss, which just stops you needing to poop for the journey.
Sure.
And I mean, that's fair if it doesn't harm you. It's like, oh yeah, I'll take 4 days to get to this thing. I'll eat a strict diet because I got nothing to do, and okay, great, 4 days. 4 days later, even bad, thing happens, but that's fine. Medically sanctioned. I have a soft spot for this. I'd put this at a B. At least, because it is just, I like it. It's real. I've done a few fan films with it. It's always charming to use because it's so shit and small. I love it.
I'd probably put it as C personally.
Yeah, it beats Alice for me. I know it's dumb, but it does.
I'd rather be an Alice for sure. Sounds really dirty.
Right?
But C for claustrophobic. Let's see what you guys are saying. With 31 votes, D wins with 55%. C was 34%.
Oh, damn, you guys do not agree with me at all.
Excellent. My plan is coming to fruition. Oh, wait, I gotta mute myself. All right. Sorry.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
appreciate the compliment that you gave me.
Anyway. All right. What is next? We're going to move over to the PayPal now. This is the way. So we got Kevin. He says, but then $5. So thank you.
Thanks so much.
Says, you want an F tier shuttle? I'll give you one. The Galileo shuttle model I built in 1981 and blew up with fireworks. I'm sure it looks terrible in a landfill somewhere in Plano, Texas.
So this specific model kit version of the ship.
His version that he blew up. So,
well, this version
that he built and blew up. So not this one, but yeah. He was trying to make a joke, I think. I don't know. I didn't know what it looked like. It's probably nice until you blew it up and melted it. Now it's just a melted husk. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not talking about the actual Galileo because it's not what he was meaning. So,
yeah, I mean, the only difference in this appears to be the landing legs are wrong. They just, I'm guessing, bigger to deal with it, and there more would be a cutout from the facades. Also, don't the nacelles look smaller? Like, notably, I know the thing's kind of squished in general, but I felt the nacelles are notably significantly smaller, actually. What if you can match the angle? Because it might be a perspective thing. Other way.
That.
On the camera, so your mirror to the other way.
No, because then I don't know what I'm fucking doing.
That's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, the other end of play sounds slightly smaller. Oh, well, it's also no. I'm saying they've drawn it wrong.
An artist's rendering.
They've drawn it wrong. That's what it is. The whole they're guessing perspectives and they're not correct because everything's too far away from each other and the
yeah. And Diva says, AMT, makers of Star Trek models since forever. Yes, and they also made the actual Galileo for on set. That was part of the deal.
Mad.
They get to make the models for the show. They would supply them with the actual full-size Galileo, and they did that. So there you go. Facts.
What a thing to do, just with your life. That's great. Well, read a poll if you would, Stuart.
This 1980s Galileo shuttle, how you rank? It was a joke. Well, he was meaning his melted shuttle, but fine.
Letting people vote. Have your say today!
We're not ranking the Galileo here, guys, or the Type F.
So I was clear.
Well, no. According to the votes, you weren't. because they're ranking it as high as they can, which is C.
But I put the joke option. That should make it
Well,
obvious.
it's gonna be F, regardless of what anybody says, because it's a melted model kit that we don't have a picture of.
Excellent.
If you want the actual type F, somebody say it. We'll get a real picture of it, and we'll actually rank it.
I'll be sad not to include type F. It would be really, really sad. I would be sad. Would you be sad? I'd be sad.
I mean,
Stuart would be indifferent.
Kevin Scott says it was a joke, guys. Yeah, I know. I'm with you, man.
Oh, the joke pop. Do you want Stuart to be indifferent to you? Put the type F. Don't make Stuart be indifferent. Give him a reason to smile, ladies and gentlemen.
No. All right, so we got no more PayPals and no more super chats.
There you go. If you submit right now, you can definitely get on the show. There are so many great ones left, like the type F. Submit anything you want. We are at that point in the show, guys. Still got plenty of time. Lots of great more ideas. And 2 for 1.
Tab extra, 50 Krona. Argo, the most non-Trek shuttle ever.
Good.
Yeah, where is that?
Talk about mission specific.
Oh, God. What is it?
Did you see it earlier?
Oh, shit. I think I did, yeah. Is it at the top there?
Go to the poll.
I switched slides for some reason.
Yeah, that does happen.
This one?
Yeah. Nope.
No.
Although not that dissimilar, but John, recycles.
Oh, there it is.
Vote now! Use the power of your vote to vote. Shocker.
Argo with a vehicle in the back. Overall, shape-wise, kind of cool. It does have the foldable wings option that we talked about with the Aero shuttle. Gotta say. So that's good. Don't like the little fins on it necessarily, but again, atmospheric. Put them on for whatever reason. I think it's a little bit too primitive as far as that goes. But overall, shape-wise, I like it. Really has integrated nacelles because it looks like those are Bizarre collectors on the front there.
Yep, well, warp coils are at the back there. As all good warp coils are. Right?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad I'm not wrong.
And Daniel and Rack, it's supposed to be $5 per ship, but
we'll give you a minute if you want to top up. If not, we'll do that because we like you. That's how we support the channel. So yeah. It's a nice 3D model. It's a nice enough design. I think it's probably better as the one from Planitia, as just a other shuttle. Then they also made some tweaks. Mission specific shuttle that brings a vehicle down. I assume it's more of a cargo shuttle, and then they happen to repurpose it because the idea is that is a little bit silly. And why does it have the movable fins? I guess just because what we said last time about the air shuttle, so it can fit in more bays.
Yeah, hold it up for storage.
It's like it's trying to be a runabout, but just feels unlogical. I don't know. There's something here. It sounds harsh, but there's something. Style follows form here. The function is the Jeep, but the whole thing feels just designed to be a design. It's lost that bit of structural. For whatever reason, I really like the insurrection pod that has a certain. Oh, I get what it's doing. This I don't really get what it's doing. Why are the facades so small? Why are the warp coils at the back? I don't know. It doesn't work for me the way it could. And it has fins because John Eve's fins. I don't know. It's mid. It's a solid mid. Is my thought. What do you think?
I'd give it a D.
That is below mid.
Yep.
But that is absolutely fair. I'm not gonna try and dissuade you of this. I get it.
With 27 votes, D wins with 33%.
People agree.
Followed closely by C at 30%. Got a nice bell curve on that. Look at that. All the way up to A. A had 14%, B had 21%.
Damn.
So D it is for this one.
Damn. Oh, I believe it.
And remember, guys, if you feel passionately about one of these or two of these, you can move them up or down on the list. Don't forget that. It's always an option with these tier lists. It's $5 to move it up or down one tier. So
pretty much. You know how the game is played. Good job. It's funny how C and B are so just there. We've had the extremes now, but the mid values are being undersold.
yeah.
And so many good ones left. TNG one's missing. Voyager 2 are missing. A lot of good ones missing.
US one's missing.
TS one's missing.
All right.
Anything from Modern Trek? Just anything? Got Prodigy, got Lower Decks. To play for.
Okay, Dust Jarja throws in another $3 to top himself up. So Jump Ship 208 from Into Darkness. I have no idea what that is.
Ooh, okay. And thank you, appreciate that for the topping up. We do appreciate it. Right, let me find that now. I think I know what that is. And this is a very... Hey, I love something random. I think I know what this is. There it is. Well, there's concept. Let me that's mostly what it looks like. Try to find one that's the best angle. Give me a second, guys. It's not in a movie with lots of clear visibility. So
I'll tell people to maybe hit like. Let's see, 45 people here and 40 likes. Hit like. Another 5 likes would be awesome. Another 10 would be even better. So if you haven't hit like yet, please do so. Let's hit at least 45.
Okay, this is not technically identical because it's missing guns and such, but it's about 90% the same design. So little grain of salt, but best of you. This has never been looked at on the channel, guys. So Raka, you've just the very first ever of that been mentioned ever on Trekyards in 5 years of live. So congratulations, sir. You win an award.
This is the one where Kirk throws the thing through the
Yes.
engine and it like when Khan's flying in. I mean,
take a bow, sir. Take a bow for doing it first.
It does.
He's speechless how much he loves it. Speechless.
It's necessarily a shuttle. It's more of a jump ship to go from one place in the city to the other place,
sure.
Right? Like it's very small. It's one of the better designs from the 2009 films, as far as that goes. But it does really rely on wing technology, which you don't need. Let's be fair. This is the future, so it's not bad. As far as 2009 goes, pretty good. Pretty good.
It's one of those classic. What are our expectations here? Is that a good Star Trek design?
No, this feels like a Blade Runner design or something. Feels
but
like something out of a dystopian future cityscape.
Yeah, but it's not a bad design.
No, not at all.
And it's not necessarily a bad Star Trek design, but it is a bad where it's trying to fit in design, but also what the hell is a civilian? Because there's no reason to call it Starfleet, right? Besides the Delta, it could just have been some civilian craft that's rented out or bought. It's wonderfully ship. It's ship class. So right, thanks, guy. Yeah, as a design, I'd give it a B, but not as a Trek design.
Yeah,
but it's also an Earth design, so yeah.
I mean, design-wise, yeah, I like it again, but not Star Trek-y, right? So does feel more like a work bee of sorts than
A sleek
anything
bee.
else. Sure. I'd probably give it a D personally, but
Oh yeah, for Trekisms, it's got to be a.
well, it might be an F then in that case.
See, that's yeah. It's very very variable. What are you guys gonna vote? Because I am open
Well,
to hearing opinions here.
Jeff Jacobs says not Trek at all. We have 39 people here, 42 likes, which is great, but only 22 votes in the poll. So go vote in the poll, guys.
Ooh.
Right now, D is winning with 50%.
Okay.
B and C are both tied at 23%. So you could make a difference if you really like this design. You could, you know, go
Have your
vote with all
say.
your
Yeah.
alt accounts and pull it out of the D slot, which sounds really dirty. Never mind.
Just be dirty for
D,
Stuart. He
the D
likes it
slot
sometimes.
has another name, but I won't say it. Jay Moore says it looks like also has a tail of like a Pterodax.
Mm.
Looks like a Pterodax in the front. Also looks a lot like Slave One. Yeah.
Where did the inspiration come from is the question, because yeah, it's a bit odd, to say the least.
Indeed.
So what are you guys going to vote for? I am thoroughly intrigued. And continue to submit if you can. $5 on Super Chat or 2 for 1 on the Pal of the Pay. It funds the channel. Let's do what we do and keep making content for you. It's free all the darn time.
We got 25 votes. D wins with 48%. Second place is B with 28%,
Okay.
and then C with 20%. So D it is.
Okay, it's a pretty spread.
Yeah.
Interesting. Good shout.
I will go with Daniel Hines photography for the two, just because it's an interesting one that I want
Sure.
to talk about, and because he's submitted before quite a few times. So
Go for it.
He says the Sphinx work bee.
Yes.
Another one of Andrew Probert's designs. Again, not really used as much as I wish it would have been. I like it. I like the idea of it. It's like basically a pickup truck for moving equipment around. It's got the sled at the back with the cargo room. More advanced work bee, but there's not a work bee because it doesn't have the gripper arms and stuff. Although I'm sure you could have attachments for it. I don't know if that's in the technical manual actually. I know it's a two-seater. The work bee's a one-seater, so it's a little bit bigger. But why would you need two people just to move stuff around? So it makes me think that there's a different purpose for it. I don't know. That's actually quite pretty interesting. I should really go read the technical manual because they do go into this a little bit and they talk about what it's good, what it's used for. So, let's see. Hold on one second. I just want to check something here for Kevin. Kevin Scott says, since I paid on PayPal, I forgot. Do I get another one? If so, I didn't like the shuttle on Academy. Yeah, you put in $5, so yeah, it's 2 for 1. So
that's how that works. Okay.
Academy shuttle, we will get that right up.
Is that's our first new Trek and it's on? Oh no, well, our first of this last generation before the mid generation.
Yeah.
Of JJ. Okay, love it. Okay.
I like the Sphinx because I like the color. It stands out, especially as a work vehicle. I think that's interesting, much like the work bees. It's also got a unique design to it, and I wish it would have been seen more because honestly, it looks more advanced than anything that had come before it as far as just the organicness of the shapes. It feels more like a submarine to me, but again, the yellow color also kind of helps with the submarine vibe. But I think Andrew Probert had some good, interesting design ideas for this stuff, and unfortunately, it wasn't really used as much as it could have been. I would have liked to see it actually do a few things, you know. So I like it. I would probably put this one at a B for me. Yeah.
Is that a pun for B?
I was gonna make one, but I did.
You're
Because
welcome.
it's kind of look like a bee.
Low hanging fruit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's odd because it is in theory the TNG work bee, while work bee is still existing up until Nemesis or Silver. Because it can't be the same function, but it is certainly a sleek, interesting piece. You know, Andy is a designer. He designed something here, and you sense it's a work bee, not just in the yellow, but you sense there's a structural similarity or being more, doing more, right? I kind of see this being, I mean, yes, on the back it feels like a pickup truck, except for cargo, but also feels like they have a good amount of tractor beam power. Like this thing could go in and properly do 2 or 3 times what the work bee could do, right? And maybe the arms, I'm obviously in time making stuff up. I felt maybe the arms, the fronts could come apart, pop off, turn around, and reveal arms that were in those pods. Could be interesting, right? If you're trying to do an all, and then you've got an all-inclusive pod, not just a work bee which has to have attachments.
Yeah. I want to address two things. Jay Moore says, how does Yellow say submarine? Because of that one song? No, I wasn't talking about Yellow Submarine, the song. Look at James Cameron. Look at the stuff they take down to the Titanic. A lot of them are yellow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just, they're easier to see in that kind of lighting. So they're yellow. They stand out in the ocean. As far as when they come to the surface, they're yellow. So
Yeah,
that's why I said
non-complementary
submarine.
colors, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It stands
Um,
out for a mile.
he also says, where is it here? Honestly, looks next gen style. It is. This was designed at the very beginning of TNG.
Yeah.
It's in the technical
Where he
manual.
left.
It is very much TNG style.
And Burnsy says, cute. They even have life support. I feel like you'd wear a spacesuit to drive it. Not even work bees you wear spacesuits, which is kind of, well, I mean, they're giant spacesuits, in fairness. But yeah, this thing has a pretty, I mean, that bubble is not small. It's bigger than a, not much better, so it's bigger than a TNG shuttle pod. And especially as, you know, it's curving to be more legroom and arm room, as the shuttle pod is all condensed angles.
Mm-hmm. Well, see what I was just saying. 28 votes.
Cool.
A wins with 39%.
Well, damn.
B is 29.
This is not a personal favorite of mine, but it is a design, right? It feels designed.
Yeah.
Not quite the same example. There's a travel pod in Picard that was designed by the team. It's just like this really have one. I'll just design and build one, and that's a design, but also very referential to previous things. So it's not quite as cool, although it is very faithful. This thing feels like I'll make a design, and it won't link to anything specifically, but it'll still feel appropriate.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So going back to Kevin Scott's PayPal,
yes,
the Starfleet
that's
Academy
the best
shuttle.
that the internet Googleable had. So that tells you something about it.
Doesn't look advanced enough for the time period, honestly. I do like the interior of them. I think the seats and the way it's laid out, lots of room. I think that's really nice. The airlock just feels so primitive for 32nd century. But overall, shape-wise, I don't mind it at all. I like it better than Discovery Shuttle, and it hasn't shown up in everything. I mean, it's not going to, so that's good. The Discovery Shuttle would have been much better in my mind if it didn't show up in everything after that. So that's a caveat. But yeah, again, would have liked to have seen more of it. We might in season 2, don't know. But I do kind of like the vibe of it overall. It just doesn't feel 32nd century to me, and that's a bit of a problem. Yeah.
But that also speaks to, and you know, being fair, but also don't be too harsh. We criticized one show for having too futuristic, and then, and you know, it's fair, but they also complain it's not futuristic enough. So doesn't that kind of show that sometimes they can't win?
Yeah.
You know, and then the shuttle that had that I also found reference of. If you remember what Tilly flew in season 5 of Discovery, which is basically just a big ball, big curved thing. It's very interesting. It's more futury with the nacelles that came apart, but it's not very interesting. This I think is more interesting. Well, as you say, more simple and
Yeah.
futuristic, but it fits in fine, but also makes you wonder why are there basards on the sides and why are there warp cores on the back. Don't know.
Yeah. Jay Moore says every Navy I've been around has been gray. Well, yeah, that's because they're military vehicles. They want to blend into the sea. You've never
Yeah.
seen a yellow submarine? Not in that size, no. Why would you? Why would you paint a huge submarine yellow? It's the small submersibles and remote craft and stuff that are the size of the Sphinx that are always yellow. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think Stuart's talking bullshit. I think there's a reason for that.
Yeah,
It's visible.
absolutely.
It's blackness of space or the blueness of water. I think this would benefit from. And yeah, the interior is great. No issues really. No issues really. Benefit if the back was just a solid plate, and they touch it, and the replicable matter of the door would appear and disappear,
Yeah,
like the TNG time pod. Was this is
yeah,
post? So having
yeah,
I know that you need power to generate it. I get that. That's why go back to basics actually works better in a sense. No power, you can slow open it. Fine. But if you're going for future, I'd say have that be flat and they press it. Blah, 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 you know. But also, yeah, you could super well argue that after all the stuff with all the different era having connected nacelles and connected pieces, no matter replicable or otherwise, that needs power to operate, is more redundant and safer, right?
yeah,
It's like if how in buses they have the brake glass hammer, right? That gets through the glass. Imagine if a bus didn't have that and the glass was shatter and bulletproof and you're locked in. It's like,
yeah.
huh. So it makes sense. Ooh, but the fans aren't happy.
Well, let's see what they're saying.
It's not terrible.
19
It's not great.
votes. D wins with 42%.
Mm.
And just because I'm an asshole.
You?
This is what I'm talking about. Stuff like this. Submersibles for underwater search and, you know.
Wow, what a weird. Also, that's just the Sphinx.
That's very Sphinx like. Yeah. This is what I was talking about.
I think
Smaller
TNG
submarines are
fans.
usually yellow in design.
Yeah, look
Even
how
little
easy that is
remote,
to see.
even little remote probes and stuff that they control from the surface are usually yellow. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't want to lose anything underwater, especially if the currents can take you. You want it to be as easily visible from as far
Yeah,
away. Like
on
you'd
the
want
surface.
reflect.
Yellow stands out. When you get down a certain depth, there's no color, so it doesn't matter.
Well, sure, but I
But
mean,
yeah,
useful to a point is everything, right?
yeah. All
Well, it's
right.
like
Next up.
high vis are yellow, right? Because it's a color that stands out. Same logic applies.
Yes. So I'm not stupid. Insane submarines are yellow. I didn't mean
Well, I
big
mean,
fucking military submarines.
I'm glad you quantified though, because the first thing you said is true, but the reverse.
Sure.
Yep.
Tab extra though throws in 50 krona.
Thank
Says
you.
Type 9 shuttle. It did disable the USS Voyager.
Some classics have been missed, guys. Type 9 speedboat. As final 15 minutes, guys, please someone put in the TNG and TOS shuttles. That's five on PayPal just to have the icons, right? Please someone put in five for that so we at least can finish the live with all the basics ones covered.
So the speedboat. Not the biggest fan of this. It's looks like it's specifically designed for speed, as would be the implication, right? The way the back is designed, it's like negative space from the top, like it scoops in. It's just small interiors, it feels like a souped up photon torpedo tube. Um, the struts and the cells are nice, but I'm not a big fan of these because I don't know. This feels like something that you would hunt another ship down with. Specifically, that you need speed. There's no comfort really. There's nothing that I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this.
Are you seeing both Are you saying both Liam Neeson and Keanu Reeves would like this design?
Sure.
Do you get what I'm going for?
Well, either Taken or John Wick.
Well, no, speed.
Hunting people down.
Speed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't go below
I tried.
55.
Yeah. No, this is a tricky one. It's great in motion, but it's trying to be. But it's darn odd that it had that stretched forward. So it could have been so much less and still have the same point be made. So I wonder if there's a producer who gave Rick just some very strict notes. I was like I always hated TNG's shuttle. Could be the start of that conversation. Make this the reverse. You know, we aren't building it physically. Never gonna happen. Go wild. It's like, oh, okay, I can go wild. You know, it kind of has that feel of yeah, we can do this, which is fair, but also maybe push a little bit too far. But Love the Nacelles, I really like the back bit, although it is a little bit silly. How much space they're wasting. You always needed to see an episode. Maybe the Yellowstone from that one alternate Voyager episode. You see what could that space be used for. But yeah, the greebling is great on the inner bits. The inside is odd. Giant step for some reason that just doesn't feel super practical.
Yeah.
But then, you know, how often are you going to be leaving and entering a shuttle? I guess, you know, once you're sat, you're sat. You know, you shouldn't worry too much about there being a step. So, well, you know, trained professionals, if they can't deal with a step, that's on them, right? I like it. Don't love it. Like it.
Let's see what you guys are saying about it. Ooh, 23 votes. A wins with 43%.
Well, there you go.
Second place is S with 30%. So
people be loving it. Wow. Yeah, classic Trek, new head design. Shocker. As if that's what made Trek famous.
yeah.
That's not necessarily the designs, but the old Trek mentality, which this all stems from.
I'm going to bring this in. This is the one that they send down to the Titanic. It is, in fact, yellow, as you can see.
Oh, B.
Sure. It's on the show. People, I'm not fucking crazy. There's a lot of yellow submersibles.
Yes, I can feel the judgment in the chat, Stuart, so that's good you're able to
Has
quantify.
nothing to do with the fucking Beatles song. Anyway.
Thank you for clarifying.
I feel better now.
Okay. Have we seen a live rant alert just then?
Not quite. I didn't quite get into rant alert mode.
How close were you? Could you got there with a bit more alcohol? I mean, a bit more personality?
Yep.
If they had tasked you, could you have had them with more references and notes?
I'd chase him down to the depths of the Titanic and around the Annis Trench and through the Pacific Ocean to have him. I don't know.
Into Leonardo DiCaprio's bedroom. What? He's in Titanic. Nice. Like I said, I dare. We've got 10 minutes left. I dare people to put in the TNG anti-Earth shuttle some strong omissions, guys. Some strong omissions. But you guys are in control, so if you guys don't want to review them, that's absolutely fine. How you feel about this?
Stop.
Oh,
for a second. Hold on. Jay Moore says, yeah, but that's not Navy vessel. And that thing implode? Yikes. Wasn't yellow after that. No, the one that imploded was white. That was the Titan submersible. This is the one that James Cameron uses to do his research, and they're definitely made for that depth. So no, it's not the one that imploded. The one that imploded was white. Sorry, I'm getting kind of pissed off right now.
That's great. Sometimes I am as well in these lives. So do you think?
Anyway, yes.
Do you think the only reason it blew up is because it wasn't yellow? Is that a canon reason? Do you think? So if they had made a yellow submarine, it wouldn't have blown up.
What, the Titan submersible?
Yeah.
Not if it wouldn't have made it a fucking 3D printed shit and not. It's a whole thing.
But what you're saying is, if it was yellow, it'd be fine.
No, it wouldn't have been.
Okay. I think if it was yellow, it'd be fine. I think that's. I think all subs should be yellow. It's the lesson you're teaching people here.
They would have found the debris a lot faster if it was yellow. Just saying.
I know this sounds counterintuitive, but when they made the motion picture and Wrath of Khan, Andrew Probert and such, they cared about real world design. So they made the work be yellow for a reason, and I've always thought it's because
Well, it's
there were
because
real things that are yellow in industry, and they follow the.
it's a space dock. They're building a fucking ship. If you go to a ship dock on Earth, there's fucking cranes and there's also like forklifts and shit that are all yellow because they're need to be seen.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
they're
I
like
always assumed that
forklifts.
was the reason, so I connect that to real world.
Yes,
Well, that
100%,
that's what it would
100%.
be because that's what it was because that's what they did. It's
Yes,
counterintuitive to argue the point with the point, but I always thought it was connected.
yeah, absolutely.
And I
Well,
often tell the snipers trying to kill me from outside my window, stop wearing the yellow camouflage. I can see them, right? It just doesn't. It's too much, you know.
sure.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I think we're winding down here.
Hmm.
We don't have another PayPal.
Ah.
Nope. And my super chats. I'd probably throw one in, maybe to talk about.
What would you throw in though?
Let's see. Oh, the best one of all time.
Okay. Ah, I had actually forgotten about that one, so thank you
Shuttle
for including it because I would not have remembered it. No offense.
Hate it. It's too real world spacey, and
Hmm.
the wings that retract and would slide right into your back or cut your legs off when they go into the ship don't make any fucking sense. Um, I don't like the shapes. I don't like the design. Again, it feels very much like a bullet, but unfortunately, it just doesn't quite work for me on multiple levels. So, ick, ick. For me, this would probably be an F. Although for realism, I'd have to probably give it an A or a B, right? Except for those fucking wings. They'd be better if they just folded up. That would make way more sense than sliding out. I'm just saying. You've seen the interior of this, yeah? I mean,
I have, yes.
and even if they did slide in and the back part where there was like equipment, they'd have to be
Hmm.
offset from each other to slide in. So they slid over top of each other because if they're the same exact plane, they'd hit each other. I'm sorry. I'm done.
No. That's all good.
And it's not fucking yellow.
That is also why they often exploded. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a cohesive design, right? Can you give it that? Like it knows what it's trying to be.
Yes, it does.
But yes, you follow the brief. This follows the brief. Make a modern day thing. You could probably wait. I mean, they did build this, but you could probably build something similar to this. It's just the engine that we can't do yet, but everything else seems very reasonable. There's a full 360 prop, which is cool. Yeah, it's underwhelming, but it is what it is. Yeah,
Yes.
that's okay. You can be what you be.
Wiser words were never spoken.
I'll disagree with that.
Survive. I was trying to be nice. 22 votes. This gets an A with 45%.
But what is the second and third options? Because that is rather high.
C was 25% and D was 17%.
That's really interesting. Can anyone explain why this is so high? Ah,
This enterprise doesn't get the love it deserves.
I sure, but hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate the Enterprise got the revival in the late 2010s. You know, although a lot of that is Netflix, and then oh wow, it's not as bad as Modern Trek. It's like yeah, that's because Modern Trek's worse. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't vibe for me fully either.
Indeed.
Last chance,
All
guys.
right.
5 minutes. There's one more quick fire one. But I will throw in an abstract one. I want to give someone the opportunity to throw in the most famous two. Is there one left in the buffer that I can throw in that's weird? Yeah, oh yes, there is. Okay. There's loads. I hadn't checked for a while. Absolutely stonking loads.
There's a lot.
Let's go weird with it. If you want to put in TNG or TOS right before the end, you can. Lower deck shuttle, type 6A.
Blast shield up, blast shield down, blast shield up, blast shield down. It's got a blast shield, man.
Blast shield. You tiny little blast shield. Sorry, wrong movie. Your thoughts, Stuart, on this sort of
Like it.
gently forced in continuity ship, but not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a good progression from the Type 6. I like the cylindrical nacelles on it. I like the appearance of them. It feels very cohesive. And for an animated show, I think it's a standout, honestly. It does. It feels like a progression of the Type 6 kind of design. Large front windows, side windows, which is great. And a blast shield. And that's important.
Well, not for very many episodes, because I really can't think of much it was used in.
Exactly. Well, it was in the background a lot of shots. It was used often as a background ship, so. But yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I like the modicum of 6A, because it's not an evolution of 6, because it's the same but different, but it's a different design pathway, right? It does something a little bit different while being also very the same.
And it's got a yellow stripe, as Jay Moore says. Yellow.
Yeah. That is the S right there.
All right, let's see what you guys are saying. And
Classic.
the madness, that'll be the last one. So thank you so much.
Did we get TOS-TNG?
Yes. All right. 19 votes. This is currently tied with A and B are tied at 37%. We have 20 votes and 34 people here. So go vote in the poll.
Oh, and Jeff also puts in a thank you and a bonus one. So we've got 3 to quickfire at the end.
Very
Thanks,
quick
guys. You guys are wonderful. So low deck shuttle, A, 35%, which is pretty great. But also B, 35%. We'll give it the A, Stuart, because it jumped up, 38. Yeah, he got there. He got there. D it, 19, C it, 10. People love it. You know what? Yeah, well done. Let's do TOS first. Put it on the poll.
All right. So we get a $10 super chat from the madness. This is fine. Do the TOS and TNG.
Appreciate you. Right. Think carefully. We've got some tremendous ones here in the lineup. It is the iconic. It is boxy, but it's also sleek. I love the impulse engine. The arm is wonderfully done at the back. I love it. I've often kept it out when doing CGI renderings, so it adds depth to it, but obviously that's wrong. It should be up, but I like the look of it. It's kind of fun. I dislike the remastered comparison, not open facades and sort of the weird. I like it less than the original and some fan versions.
I have a little one right here because we're doing Galileo 7 this week on Thursday, so tune in for that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's simple. It does what a shuttle should, although the interior doesn't match the exterior. They can stand up in the interior, and the physical ship itself, when you see it from the outside, they would not be able to stand up in it. Where was McCoy and Boma hiding in the back? We'll get to that when we review the episode. It's a fun little ship, and I like the windows that can close. Again, blast shield. Also, the way the door opens, also very cool, very simplistic. Looks very much like the it would fit for the Enterprise. A perfect design, honestly. I think Bat Jeffrey's design was great too, but this is, and I think obviously you can see where the wing elements that I had an issue with on the movie Arrow one came from, because they're kind of here, but they're attachment points for the struts on this one. But they incorporated something similar into that design. Anyways,
I've never put that together. Oh, actually. Oh.
Yeah. All right. 17 votes. B, 35%. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
With the Chaffee. All right.
All best, but pretty good.
Next up is the Type 6 from TNG. Everyone had this Playmates one, the Goddard toy. It's really fun. Only one loading ramp though. There's no door on this, is there? Is it? No, there's not. Okay. Yeah. Proportion wise, it's quite interesting because it's roomy. It's not too big, not too small. I like the style of the nacelles. They work a lot better than Type 15s, which are the same kind of shapes, just smaller. Comfy inside, nice carpeted floor, and the displays are really nice. There's lots to like about this thing, and it's just classic. Everyone has one. I have one. I have the Playmate somewhere. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good kit bash of the other one, because it literally was the other one, and then modified appropriately around that. Yeah, it's good. Themselves are good. Boxy, but not too boxy. The front's nice. The integration of the RC thrusters and the pennants, it all works well. It's not the sleekest or sexiest, but it looks like that wonderful balance between practical box and efficient use of space shuttle. And the fact that even the cockpit windows are carpeted is great. It's good. It's good. And the ramp is always fun to play with in CG. It's the whole back of the shuttle. Whole thing just is a ramp. It's a classic. Oh, hi, Maze. Have a good night. Sleep well.
All right, let's see what you guys are saying. With 17 votes, S wins with 47%. Second place is A with 24%. So yeah,
it is loved.
It is.
What a fun, random, weird S set.
I know, right?
I mean, you guys have, I think, been pretty consistent with this one, actually.
All right, and then lastly, we got Jeff
curveball.
Jacobs, who throws in a $5 PayPal. It says, hey, we blew right by 50. Loving this episode. Thanks for doing it. Hey, y'all, every once in a while, if things are okay, why not send the guys a couple of bucks? Think of it like buying them a beer or a coffee, like you would with any good friend you like hanging with. And he says, Delta Flyer, please. So we'll end with the Delta Flyer. I mean, this has got to be S tier. It is
swanky,
purpose built to do things. It's got a lot of room.
Some could argue too much room based on the logic.
Got a lot of room inside. Too much. It's exactly like the Galileo. The interior doesn't match the exterior, but I like the layout of it. The different stations. I like the tactile controls that Tom Paris put in. The Borg technology, micro torpedoes. The shape of that front window, for some reason, cool. It's pretty great, and yeah, it's got to be Esther. There's no real question about it.
Vote now, guys. It'll be a quick one because we're out over time. Vote, vote, vote. Poll, poll, poll. Go, go. Help Stuart's throat with more super chats. Oh no, but without asking something. Yeah, I mean it's definitely right getting the being a non-Trek design, and you could easily modify it to be generic sci-fi. But the fact that it does maintain, you could do a graph and line each element. It's got a deflector, tick. The windows are similar to the TNG and previous shuttles, tick. The Basards and warp drive, tick. The phase strips, tick. The RC tick. The back hatch, tick. You could line things.
Fold out wings thing too.
Yeah, the fact there's that grilling either side of the cockpit, similar to TNG, you know, because it should be different but the same, and it is different but the same. And Rob Bonstrom did an amazing job texturing it. I mean, that's the model from the show. Holds up great today, you know, and it was obviously beloved by the people in the show because it was used a lot, as it should be. The fact is, it's a real starship. Let's be honest. It's a really decent little starship.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. It's a great piece. Almost too sleek, but not.
Yes.
It's great stuff. Great stuff.
Oh. All right. 17 votes. S wins with 65%. No one voted A.
Okay.
I'm in at 24%.
Interesting. You either love it or you like it. But like not mid love it. You love it or you like it.
Indeed. All
Damn.
right.
Very nice.
Well, that's it, guys.
It's a great list. Wow.
Thank you so much for everyone that super chatted and PayPal'd, and just for being here. You guys are all awesome.
Yeah, consider being on more.
Join us on tomorrow night for my first reaction to Galileo 7. Come hang out with me and chat about it. And then Thursday, our live review and breakdown of it. We'll talk about Galileo and the TOS shuttle and all the problems with it in that episode.
Ships!
So do all the things you need to do. Hit like before you leave. Before you shuttle off, as it were.
And go watch our last Saturday video on the Akira class. We've had a lot of great conversation on that. Yeah, a lot of good conversation. Got a lot of good conversations recently. There you go, words.
He can do them.
Sometimes.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, he's Commander Cocky.
He's got a Foley.